Hey guys, this is the modular rail yard system that I'm developing, and what we have here, there's a few modules here. One is, of course, we've got the shunter here, got a road rail vehicle here, but the major components are the transfer table, and I'll demonstrate that in a moment. We have different standard mills plates with double mainline, and then some 16 by 32 mils plates. And then here are two 48 by 48 plates. And what this will become is an upgraded version, much larger version, of the Bricklink designer program old engine shed. That is, let me fetch the set number real quick, I don't want to tell you wrong. Set number 910033. So it's old train engine shed. Designed by Maria Kalioglu. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that one. Anyway, she originally designed the engine shed, and I thought, I like it. I'm going to get one, and I'm going to make it bigger so that it can actually fit some engines such as the Emerald Knight and several others. So that's what I'm working on there. But one of the things I wanted to show you was, first I'll show you this. We've got the transfer table here, and if we click on this, let me change the grid spacing to whole studs, and you can see it move back and forth. And basically it's going to move when these gears, these new 6-length Technic screws, will rotate in unison, driving the whole thing down the length. I haven't modeled the screws all the way down, but they will go all the way down, and then they'll connect to some Technic bricks that are suspended here and here. And we can see that it's possible to go overshoot it a little bit, which is good. We want that extra room. So moving it back, it'll also be powered by an RCX brick, which you can see there. There'll be some indicator lights flashing and solid to tell me what's going on. One of the lines goes to the engine shed. This'll I'll probably start in studio. I mean, I've already started in studio, but I'll probably finish the model in studio just so I can kind of work out all the bugs and all the kinks, or at least most of them, hopefully, and address some things that need to be addressed before I try to challenge myself with the real build. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build the engine shed as it was intended, as it was designed by Maria, and learn the build first before I tried to modify it. I added a thing. So originally there was a track down the side. I don't remember which side it was on, but I think it was on this side actually. And then there was like an end buffer, right? Just an end barrier, and it ended, and then there was some concrete, like a ramp or whatever, and then a gate. And I thought, that's cool. I think I'm going to change that. And so I incorporated this piece. And just a second ago, let me, there we go. Just an old trick there. If you ever want it to pan around a certain part, just select it, zoom in, and then it'll reset. And now it's gonna orbit around that. There are some tricks about this. Originally I was gonna take this part, and I was gonna cut the tabs here, and I was gonna cut the connectors there that are meant for the standard track. And what I realized was, well, if I ever put this on Rubricable or something like that, I want it to be buildable. I want it to be legal per se. And so the only way to do that is to do it where it's not going to be cut. And so I just want to show you briefly what I did to accomplish that. We can see this plate upside down, and this is a rail plate, 1x8 rail piece, and it just sits on top of those tiles. Now you can see it's connected to some tiles or something underneath, so let's go ahead and use the hide tool. Alright, so we've got a tile here, that's great. What is this mess here? Why not just use a 1x8 brick like I did over here? Well, this is a this is a little bit of a crazy thing. So this is actually an inverted tile as well, and then this is a jumper plate. So let's look at this. If we flip this over, we've got a jumper plate. We've got this guy. This is an inkwell tile. You color it something so you can see it. There you go, there's that part. And then there's this guy. So two of the same piece, and it's a stud reversal. What this means is if we go to the hide tool again, let's hide these here, we can see that now we've got this shelf, and these tiles that are here are the inverted type. So they have studs on top and it's a tile on the bottom. And I'm just using them upside down and creates that nice texture. Okay, now as far as the wall is concerned, basically what's going on now is you connect a tile there and then you sandwich it on top of another tile. So that's how that works. I'm using the 5 plates equals 2 studs rule, sort of, except it's not really 5 plates. This arrangement here, well, it's where it was inspired. It's not really the 5 plates rule, but this is just an inkwell tile. It goes into this and it terminates right here at the bottom of the hollow stud. And it happens to be that arrangement from the top of this tile, not the top of the stud, but the top of the tile to the top of this tile is 2 plates. The height of this inkwell tile right here is a tile plus the bar, which means that this distance is 1 plate. So we have 1, 2, 3, which is equal to a brick. And so this arrangement worked out quite nicely and created a texture, but more importantly it created a space that I could set this guy. So if we, let's make everything visible and then hide this, and you can see there's a little bit more fun stuff going on inside. So why use the lime bricks instead of these? Well, I chose lime because that's a part I have plenty of. These were on the pick-a-brick wall some years ago, and so I grabbed quite a few. And so I'm trying to use colors that I have a lot of available already. If I make instructions for this, I'll of course use a color that makes the most sense as far as the price point at that time. Why is this one green and this one gray? Well, if we look here, down in there, right there, that plate is visible. So by making it gray, on this side it's not visible because it's solid. By making that one gray, you can't tell. But by making it green, you're able to tell. There's the base plate underneath. So lots of fun stuff that I learned doing this build. And I look forward to sharing more about it in the future. Thanks for watching, and yeah, that's a lot of progress so far. Really excited for this. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching, and hope you'll join me the next time when this expands even further. See you guys.